What's up, guys? This is Chad with Living the Van Life. Right now I'm waking up here in the quiet little Alaskan town of Haines, Alaska, after completing a 5,300 mile trek from Northwest Washington all the way to the farthest north you can drive in North America, up in Deadhorse, Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. I'm returning back south. I've got here to Haines, and today I'm going to put my van on the Alaska ferry and head south to Bellingham. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, join along and let's go see what it's like to take a ferry from Haines, Alaska down the Inside Passage through some of the most amazing waterways of North America back down to Washington. Welcome aboard the adventure. Let's go see what we can get ourselves into.
It happens. Yeah. Get some epic morning shots. Of course it does.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I just popped over here to the Rusty Compass for a morning cold brew and go through some of the photos. The ferry doesn't leave here this afternoon until about 4 p.m. so I've got some time to kill and enjoy the slower life of Haines, which is good after so many hours of driving, so much time behind the wheel, to kick back here in a nice cozy coffee shop and just slow the pace of life down a little bit. It's very enjoyable to be able to do that at this point because the last several weeks have been quite the adventure up north. So it'll be interesting to see how this journey down the Inside Passage on the ferry goes. What's van life like when you put your van on a boat and send it south for 4 days? We're gonna find out. I'm just getting here to the ferry dock, and this adventure down the Inside Passage starts with a hell of a bang already with this amazing mountain terrain that comes right down to the ocean shores here in Haines, Alaska. So it's already truly spectacular, and the boat is just arriving here. So here we are, just about to get on the first leg of this ferry trip. This first journey is going to head out of Haines for about a 4.5 hour trek down to Juno, which at that point going to have a 1-day layover, and then Sunday morning at 9 a.m. we'll catch the next ferry, which will be a 3.5 day trek down to Bellingham. Just like that, we are all packed in the belly of this ferry and we are headed to Juno. There is limited to no access to the vehicles while they're down here underneath the ship. So I've got to get my stuff out of the van that I need up top for the next 4.5 hours for this journey.
Good afternoon and welcome aboard the Laconnie. We are preparing to get underway from Haines. for Juno. All ashore going ashore. All ashore going ashore.
Just like that, we are leaving shore and setting sail. Got ourselves a 4.5-hour journey headed southbound. What a freaking gorgeous way to be able to experience Alaska. Being able to cruise up and down these fjords of the Inside Passage. These mountains right here behind me are so up close and personal. It's like you can reach out and touch the mountains right now. It's so cool. It's chilly out here, the seas are rough, but the boat actually handles it quite well. Such a cool experience, and this journey is only just beginning. As I am having out here riding these waves, this wind is freaking cold. The sun's going down and it's getting even colder. I need to go inside and warm up my fingers, go see what the inside of the boat is all about. Got warmed up, had some dinner. We're just pulling into port at Juno. Gonna make it back down to the car deck, get the van, and we're off the boat for this go around. And just like that, we arrive in Juno, Alaska. Got about a 12-mile trek into the downtown area. We'll head that direction and see what we see. Made it up here to Juno. I'm gonna do a bit of an urban stealth camp. Got the van posted up here on the street. Now I know the first thing everybody loves to say anytime I mention stealth camping is, dude, everybody knows that you live in that van and da 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 da. I'm not trying to convince somebody that I'm not sleeping in the van. My whole idea is not to be jumping in and out of the van. I don't have lights on. I'm not getting my lawn chairs out and setting them up. I pull into town. I park on the side of the road. I quietly go to sleep. I mind my own business. I keep my area clean and quiet. I cause no disturbances, and I get away with it all the time. So that is what we are doing here tonight, downtown Juno. We're gonna hunker down tonight, get a good night's sleep. The diesel heater is going inside. The battle-born batteries are keeping things powered inside there. I got my lights on dim in stealth mode thanks to my tinted windows. I also like to park in line where there are a bunch of other cars parked around, and it's kind of like hiding in plain sight, as I like to call it. Everything's good. I'm looking forward to getting a good night's sleep. Van life, urban stealth camping in downtown Juno. Good morning, guys. Just waking up here this morning in Juno, Alaska. I wanted to take just a moment and talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, which is AG1. AG1 is a science-driven formulation of vitamins, probiotics, and whole food sourced ingredients that support our brain, our gut, and our immune system. It combines what you would normally get from multiple individual supplements into a simpler and more effective way to raise your baseline health while supporting daily performance and healthy aging, which is important when you're way the heck up here on a trip like I've been on the Arctic, where it is go, go, go all day long. You're out here in the very extreme cold elements, so it's important to stay up on your nutrition. Gut health, extremely important while you're spending so much time on the road. It's important that you're able to digest your food in a good, healthy manner. Focus and energy. Driving on these long, icy roads takes a lot of focus, and you want to be energized. Stress and mood balance is another benefit. And of course that is important because it is stressful out here, and you want to be in a good mood while you're out here spending so much time solo. It's important to keep the brain in the right spot. Another benefit is immune health. Immune health is extremely important because we're up here in some very cold weather. Healthy aging is another benefit brought to you by AG1. Who doesn't appreciate some good old healthy aging? And of course, nutrient replenishment is one of the main key factors here with AG1. And that's important because out here on the road, anytime I can grab nutrients and replenish my nutrients just by sipping on some AG1 on a daily basis, always a good thing. So if you guys are interested in trying out AG1 in a quick, simple, and tasty way to get more of your nutrients, head to my link in the description below to get a free 1-year supply of AG vitamin D3 plus K2. Also, 5 AG1 travel packs with your first purchase of AG1. I'm just waking up here, downtown Juno, this cold and blustery morning. I was wondering if Juno is just always this windy or what the deal is, but I checked the weather. What's that?
Are you vlogging?
Yeah.
Your vlog.
It's called Living the Van Life.
Living the van life?
Yep.
Oh, what's your name?
I'm Chad.
Chad?
Yeah.
Fiona.
Right on. Nice to meet you. Cheers. That's one thing about always having the camera out. People are always curious about what the hell you're filming. Why are you talking to this camera? I do get a lot of people actually interested in what I'm doing, so that's cool. Anyways, I checked the weather. Turns out there is a severe windstorm warning, gusts up to 70 miles an hour last night, which I can certainly vouch for that. There was freaking wind whipping right through downtown here, so made for a wild sleep last night. Man, this wind is crazy and it's cold. It's about 23 degrees Fahrenheit, so with that wind chill factor coming in off the water makes it even colder.
bacon mushroom's pretty good. It's just bacon, mushroom, and egg and cheese.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just like a basic breakfast burrito.
Yeah, I'll do one of those.
Okay.
I'll do a white mocha, 16 ounce.
16.28.
Thank you very much.
And we'll have the drink ready now.
Okay. Cool. So as I've spent my time up north in the Arctic, the schedule is so hectic, the conditions are so crazy that I've really fallen outside of any sort of exercise routine. So now, as I've been able to slow life down a little bit in my journey south, decided while I'm here in Juno off the boat, might as well go out and get some exercise. And that has been an opportunity to come out and hike out to the Menn Glacier. So that's what I'm out doing here today. We'll see if we can't see what a glacier looks like up close and personal. Comes down off that glacier and out across this flat lake, and it gets to freaking howling out here. Yeehaw! And then there's times where the wind's almost dead. The crazy thing is you can see it coming across the lake in waves of snow that it picks up and blows across the surface. It's good to be out here getting some exercise though, I'll tell you that much. Crazy. I've been walking at least for well over a mile at this point, starting to approach the glacier, but as you start getting closer, you start realizing the immense size of what this thing actually is. Still probably got another half mile to go just to get there, but wanted to stop here at this point and show a little bit of the scale from still a ways off, a little bit of a distance. Pretty incredible though, that's for sure. Man, what a cool opportunity to be able to walk up face to face with an actual glacier. I've heard of people being able to take boat tours and kayaks up to the edge of these glaciers and stuff, but out here I was able to walk across the lake, and now I'm standing face to face with this incredible glacier. The crazy thing is, you can hear it snapping and grumbling as we stand here, as these glaciers are continually moving and shifting their way down the mountain. Man, that's so cool. Good morning, guys. Waking up here this morning in the ferry terminal parking lot. Our boat has arrived here already, docked up, waiting for us to board. This is the Columbia today. It's a much larger ship, significantly larger than what we rode here on the last leg from Haines down here to Juno. It is a crisp morning. It's about 19 degrees waking up here this morning, but it is a beautiful sunrise. Okay, the challenge that I'm up against at this point is getting everything that I might need ready to go and in a bag so that I can take it on board with me. I have limited access to the van while we are in motion, so I've got to have everything packed and ready to go. And after living in a van for so long, I'm just so used to having everything that I need at my disposal, like a backpack. My van is like a backpack. I've got everything I need in it and it goes everywhere with me. So when I don't go somewhere with it, it's like chaos. But I think I got it. It's almost go time. I'm gonna be on this boat for 3+ days, headed down the inside passage. Supposed to be some of the most spectacular scenery that we can see of the North American coastline. So I'm excited to see what we run into. So far out of Haines, it's been pretty spectacular for sure. Holy freak, it is cold outside. Well, we're back to feeling like 19 degrees out is actually cold. After spending 4 or 5 straight days in minus 35 degrees, there was a time where 19 degrees would have felt like a heat wave. But unfortunately, it's back to feeling like it's cold. All right, at this point, I gotta get the van over into the ferry line, get this thing all staged up. We'll be boarding the boat here before too long. Okay, they got us packed in here like sardines. Make my way up to the top and go figure out how the rest of this boat ride's gonna go. Gotta figure out how I'm gonna get checked into a cabin, see what that's all about, etc. Hope I've got everything. I have no idea how this is gonna work. This is all an experiment going into the unknown. Bye bye, Mr. Sprinter Van. See you in a few days. Hell yeah. Home sweet home. I mean, I guess it's like, it could be worse. It's not bad. Definitely gonna need more pillows though. But it is bunk beds. If I wanted to have friends over, I guess I got a spot where they could sleep. Got a window, although it's not necessarily the cleanest. Got myself a nice little sink with some soap, more extra towels, storage space. Let's go check out the bathroom. All right, and a shower. Well, I gotta say, it's not too bad, actually. I mean, I'm used to living in a van, so the fact that I can walk around, I've got a bathroom and a shower, hey, we're doing pretty good here. Most people would probably be like, oh man, what the hell am I gonna do in here for 3 days? I don't have to stay in here the whole time. This is just, you know, the sleeping quarters. I'll be spending most of my time out on the rest of the boat. the day in the lounge area. I set up my computer, did some editing on all of this footage that I've been capturing up here in Alaska. So now that the sun is setting, I figured I'd come outside and enjoy myself a sunset, because this is freaking awesome out here. Definitely glad that I took this opportunity to ride the ferry back to Washington after having already driven the Alaskan highway twice now, as well as the Cassiar. Pretty much covered all the land bases, the overland routes of getting into Alaska. And now to be able to be out here on the boat, especially on an evening like this is just the perfect way to experience Alaska. Down the inside passage all the way back to Washington. Super cool. Good morning, guys. Just waking up here this morning after my first night of boat life. And to be honest with you, I actually slept really good. I've always heard that though, that a lot of people sleep really well on boats just because of the rocking of the motion of the ocean, I guess. Maybe, perhaps. Anyways, I'm just getting up, getting ready here. We rolled into Ketchikan, Alaska last night about 3:45 a.m. I was woken up by the announcement, but I'm not getting off here, so I just kept sleeping. But anyways, we are actually docked up here till about 3 p.m. this afternoon, so it actually is an opportunity to get out and about and go check out Ketchikan, see what it's all about. So I'm just getting ready here this morning, getting myself dressed, and I'm gonna go cruise around Ketchikan and see what Ketchikan's all about. I've always heard about Ketchikan, first time being here, so let's go see what we got. Well, I don't think there's any sort of Uber service in Ketchikan. Maybe I'm wrong. There could be. I didn't look. I need the exercise anyways. But I'm gonna see if I can't huff it into somewhere downtown Ketchikan. Go find myself some lunch, some breakfast, coffee shop, something. Go see what we got. Go see what Ketchikan is all about. Ketchikan, Alaska. Well, I'm beginning to find it a bit comical. Every time I show up to these little towns where the cruise ships show up, you can always tell the part of town where they show up to. There is a whole lineup of jewelry stores. Not right now, because in the wintertime there is no cruise ship, so everything's all boarded up. I found the same thing up in Skagway, but nonetheless, it is cool to cruise around downtown Ketchikan and get a little bit of a flavor of what it's all about. This whole area down here solely relies on tourism. This time of the year, when there is no tourism, everything is boarded up. All the businesses are closed down. It's interesting that they don't have enough to keep this area open. All the locals must go and stay in a different area and do their business and their daily routines elsewhere in town. I was just coming down here looking for a cup of coffee and a cool spot to hang out, but everything's all boarded up this time of year. Or maybe it's just that Ketchikan locals just don't like buying jewelry or diamonds. I think that's about all there is you can buy down here. That and the occasional salmon. Okay guys, let's do a little bit of a boat tour here on the MV Columbia. Now here on the Columbia, there are actually a total of 5 different decks. There's the main deck, there's the upper deck, the cabin deck, the boat deck, and the bridge deck. 5 total decks. That's a lot of decks. Get your mind out of the gutter, I said decks. Lots of decks. Now I'm not gonna lie, it's actually pretty easy to get lost on a boat. You think, okay, you're on a boat, it's not that big, it's not that easy to get lost, but in all honesty, it actually is easy to get turned around. So here on the upper deck is where the first 63 cabins are located. Pretty much on this deck, it's only cabins. That's where my room is. Now when we go up one deck to the cabin deck, that's where we have another 39 more cabins located. There's also laundry service, there's also showers available. There's an observation lounge as well as a recliner lounge. Also up here is the first opportunity we get to go outside on an open air deck. As we can see out here right now, this is starting to look like a true Pacific Northwest scene with all of these rain clouds. It is a gray day out here outside. It's a good day to be hunkered up inside your cabin, doing some editing, doing some reading on a book, or just plain old enjoying some boat life, whatever you do on a boat, I guess. But here we are outside the MV Columbia. This is the first deck that you can get to outside. Lots and lots more cabins. Next, we'll go check out the observation lounge. It's where you get a view out some windows towards the front of the boat so you can see where we're going exactly. Now we go up yet one other floor, and that is the boat deck. And up there we've got the snack bar, the dining room, and another forward lounge. So I have actually found the snack bar to be a great spot to hang out. Not because there's snacks there, but it's just a good spot to be able to plug in my laptop and get some editing done during the day when there's not much else to do. So snack bar is a good spot. Then as we go up one other deck, that is where we find the Salarium. Now it is also the bridge deck as well, but we cannot go to the bridge. That's where the captains are and everybody that's piloting this boat through this adventure. Now the cool thing about the Salarium is that it provides you an opportunity to be able to come outside and enjoy the view, but be out of the elements. After all, this is the Pacific Northwest and this is Alaska, and even in the best of times in the summertime, the weather can be quite inclement, whether it's rain or wind or both or all of the above. So the Salarium is a viewing platform up on top of the ship that provides you coverage with windows, but also here in the wintertime they've got infrared heat lamps that provide you some heat, and you've got just a wide open expansive view to be able to enjoy this awesome terrain and this journey that we were on. And especially right now, this is pretty fantastic. Well, good morning, guys. Just waking up here on day number 3 of this adventure down the Inside Passage. I slept exceptionally well once again, even though these staterooms are nothing super exceptional or luxurious. They are definitely very comfortable, and even the small tiny bunk bed actually sleeps really, really well. So waking up here this morning refreshed, I went down to the dining room and had a nice breakfast with a wonderful view out the back of the ship. It's a good way to wake up and start the morning. Well, it has been 2,560 miles since I left Deadhorse up in the Arctic. 750 miles of that has been here on this boat. We're on day number 3. And sadly, tomorrow morning we'll wake up bright and early and we'll be in Bellingham, and this trip is complete. And to be honest with you, I'm feeling a little bit melancholy about it. Really have settled into boat life and grown to really appreciate this downtime. Today I spent some time editing videos. I also spent a few hours reading my book from Dan Grech about his travels from Alaska to South America, and have really enjoyed just the downtime to relax and take in the beautiful view. At this point in the journey, we are just coming down near Vancouver Island, and the views are getting spectacular. The snow-capped mountains are fewer and far in between, but the rugged coastline here of Vancouver Island and Western Canada is stunning, and it's a cool trek through here. And of course, we're greeted by some gray, rainy skies to welcome me back to the Pacific Northwest of Washington State. It's beautiful out here. Definitely an amazing journey this boat ride has been. Well guys, this is it. This is the end of this particular van life adventure. It's crazy to think back over the last 1 month. It seems like it was just yesterday when I was rolling out of Northwest Washington and looking at the open road ahead and all the miles there were to overcome and all the hours of driving to overcome. And it seems like it was just yesterday, and you set out on those kinds of adventures out into the unknown, especially this time of year and these kind of elements. You just don't know what you're going to come across, but you find that you just have to push yourself forward with as much confidence in your vehicle, in your gear, in yourself, most importantly up here. And it's crazy to think back. It seems like it was just yesterday when it all began. But having made the 3,600 miles, 126 hours of driving all the way to Deadhorse, Prudhoe Bay, this adventure's coming to a close, and it's definitely bittersweet. The journey north, the northern lights, driving through some of the most extreme winter conditions, nearly 1,000-mile boat ride. It's bittersweet when an adventure comes to an end, but when an adventure has been this grand, you feel like you're taking away a true gift. I definitely feel like this has been truly an amazing life experience, and for that, I'm thankful for. Alright, I'm gonna finish packing my things. You guys know what to do. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, share, like, leave your feedback in the comment section below. I'm out of here, guys. Peace out. Keep on trucking. We'll see you on the next adventure.